Case number. Well, there they are again, that same damn family. If this group of misfits can possibly be related. See the file on my desk, I feel it clutch in my chest. What is it this time? Abuse, neglect? It seems the kid was always getting beat or not given enough to eat. It is 4:45 on a Friday, no less, and technically I could leave. But I grabbed the agency car keys and head for the trailer. Collection. There's no way you can call it a park. I head to the back where the worst of the trailers are when I should be headed to a bar. Knock, knock, knock. I should be off the clock. Here he comes. I could hear someone stomping their way to the door, which was pulled open so forcefully I was practically pulled into the trailer from the front stoop. Get myself together. It was time to meet the truth. Bad Dad gave me a look that said, "What the hell?" He wanted to know who made the call, but he knew I couldn't tell. I explained the reports that his son had bruises and I needed to see him no matter what the dad chooses. He agreed to let me in. To describe the place, I wouldn't know where to begin. Beer cans and clutter were all around. The place was eerily quiet. I couldn't hear a sound. The dad yelled for his son to come out of his room. I was prepared for the boy to give a canned statement, or at least that's what I assumed. But he said he had been beat by his father's new girlfriend that I had yet to meet. I looked at the marks, black, purple, and blue, and knew what I had to do. It was tough, but I got the father to agree for his son to stay with his grandparents with my plea. So the grandparents arrived and took the boy to their home for the weekend, which gave me time to sort this out and for dad to clean up this grime. I head back to the office to drop off the car and head home, which wasn't too far. I ran through the shower to wash the day away and fix something to eat, then propped up my feet. I turned on the TV and spent an hour flipping through channels while comfortable in my flannels. Monday morning, I head to the school to meet with the boy. He said he had a good weekend with his grandparents who had brought him a new toy. I saw that the marks were faded a little and there were no new ones. It was the same old story with a bit of a twist. Instead of the dad beating him, it had been his girlfriend that did it until dad came to assist. I left for my appointment to see the dad at his place. I figured the dad was more likely to talk in his own space. The girlfriend was there too, so I began to discuss the cluster of concerns and just hope that this time someone learns. Kids are not objects to beat, and homes don't collect trash. I prepared myself, but there was no clash. The dad blamed his girlfriend, but admitted he should have stepped in. He didn't like her leaving injuries to his son's skin. The place had been cleaned, including the carpet that had also been steamed. We all made an agreement that physical punishment couldn't be used and the place kept clean. They all agreed to it, or so it seemed. As an extra measure, I said that his son had said how much he loves his dad, but when dad gets mad, it makes him feel sad. The dad seemed surprised to hear that his son cares and loves him. I gave it a minute to let that sink in. I felt it was okay for the son to return, so after the safety plan was signed, I said the boy could come home after school, but I expected everyone to follow the rules. I added a comment that dad seemed awfully cooperative, which was in contrast with his behavior in the past. Dad said it was because I had looked him in the eye and shown respect, that I was clear with what I said, and I seemed to follow through as I said I would do. With a handshake, I left the small trailer onto one of the other cases in my bag. I did go back to the school to visit the child a few days later. He said his dad had been good and the girlfriend, well, at least he didn't hate her. I was glad to hear there had been no more incidents and I couldn't see any new injuries. Had I made a difference in the life of this child? I'm not sure. But I thought left. He smiled.